Welcome back, fellow students. Today we'll be covering a lesson about finding and interpreting slopes of a line. So, what is a slope? Well, the slope of a line measures its steepness and inclination in a linear equation. We can calculate the slope by rise over run. And when you learn further about linear equations and slopes, you will find the slope mostly labeled as n. So now that we know that slope is rise over run, let's talk about what rise and run actually means. Well, rise is the change in the y values between 2 points on a line. That means how much the line goes up or down. If the line goes up as you move from one point to another, the rise is positive. But if the line goes down, you'll find the rise to be negative. Run is a change in the x values. That means how much the line moves left or right. If you're moving to the right, the run is positive. But if you're moving to the left, the run is negative. So when we do rise over run, it equals to the change in two y-axis terms over two x-axis terms. So m will be equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. However, later on you will learn that it doesn't matter how you plug in the terms as long as it's consistent. Let's look at a few examples. Let's say we have 2 points, 2, 4, and 6, 3. The first thing we do is to label the first point, and we can find that x1 equals 2 and y1 equals 4. Then we label the second point, which is x2 equals 6 and y2 equals 3. After that, we plug the numbers to the slope formula, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we find that n equals 3 minus 4 over 6 minus 2. By doing that, we can find that the answer of the slope is negative 1 over 4. When we find the slope, like I said, we always look at the line going from left to right, just like reading. So if we're moving to the right, the run is positive, and if we're moving to the left, the run will be negative. But in slope, we usually measure from left to right to keep it consistent. Let's talk about horizontal lines. If the line is horizontal and doesn't go up or down at all, you'll find the rise to be 0. Therefore, the slope will also be 0. If the line is vertical, the run is 0. However, that means that the slope is undefined because we can't divide by 0. Let's practice with a few examples. Suppose we have 2 points, 1, 2, and 4, 6. Like we did in the first equation, the first step to do is to label the first point, which is x1 equals 1 and y1 equals 2. Then we label the second point, which is x2 equals 4 and y2 equals 6. Lastly, we plug the numbers into the slope formula, which is m equals 6 minus 2 over 4 minus 1. Since 6 is y2 and y1 is 2, that's how we find the slope, and we can find that the answer is 4 over 3. Now, let's say we have 2 different points, 2, 5, and 6, 1. Like we did in the first following questions, we label the first point, which is x1 equals 2 and y1 equals 5. Then we label the second point, which is x2 equals 6 and y2 equals 1. Lastly, to find the slope, we plug the numbers into the slope formula and find that n equals 1 minus 5 over 6 minus 2. By doing that, we can find that the answer is negative 4 over 4, which we can further simplify to negative 1. So that's about it. When solving for slope, just remember these 5 rules. Up and right equals positive slope. Down and right equals negative slope. And a flat line will have a slope of 0. Straight up and down equals to the undefined slope. And most importantly, the formula for slope, which is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's how you find rise, run, and how the direction affects the slope of a line. See you next time. Yippee.